Ida Moss from Greater Works Ministries. One of the things that's so difficult about this life is not knowing what's going to happen from day to day. It makes us fearful, it makes us anxious. We just really worry what's going to happen tomorrow. There's some of you out there who's worried about whether you'll make your mortgage payment tomorrow or whether you'll make your mortgage payment next year. You're worried about your children. We worry about things that's going to happen tomorrow or what will happen next. And we all wish that we knew for sure where we were going. And you would think that that would be a problem only for those that are not Christians, but Christians have the same worries. We really don't know what's going to happen from day to day. It's interesting because that's really how God has planned our lives. He wants us to depend on Him from day to day. God gives us just enough light for the step that we're on. I would love it if God would give me a light that showed me the entire length of my path. But He doesn't do that. God gives me just enough light for the step I'm on. And when I take that step, He then gives me light for the next step. I want to illustrate this lesson by looking at the story of Abraham. And you can find that story in Genesis 12, beginning at verse 1. It says there that the Lord said to Abram, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's house, and go to a land I will show you." He told Abraham, leave everything you know and go to a land that I'm going to show you. And the remarkable thing is that Abraham went. Now, I'm not so certain if God had come to me, and I love my God, but if He'd come to me and told me, leave everything, leave your family, leave your household, leave your country, and go to a place that I'm going to show you, my first question would be, where am I going, God? But the record does not show that Abraham ever asked that question. Abraham followed what God told him to do, not knowing where he was going. Abraham had to take that first step and step out, and then God would give him light for the next step. God gives us only enough light for the step that we're on. The key to Abraham's faith was that he had to believe God. And if we're going to get through this life not knowing where we're going with only enough light for the step we're on, we're going to have to believe God too. Listen at Numbers 23:19. It says, God is not a man that He should lie. He is not human that He should change His mind. Aren't you glad to know that God will not change His mind? If He's made a promise to you, He's going to keep that promise. If He's told you that you're going to do great things, you're going to do great things. Don't think because you fail here and there that God's going to change His mind. No, God does not change His mind. Numbers 23:19, God is not a man that He should lie. He is not a human that He should change His mind. Has He ever spoken and failed to act? Has He ever promised and not carried it through? I don't know about you, but those are comforting words to me. Believing God when He tells you to do something, believing that He means it and that He is going to follow through. Abraham believed God, and it was for him His light, and he stepped out on that promise. It's interesting because we have all heard something from God. But what happens most often when we hear from God is we wonder, was that really you, God? Or is that me talking to me? You know, sometimes it's me talking to me. I don't know about you, but when I drive home from work, sometimes I get in the car and next thing I know, I'm turning in the driveway. And this little voice has been talking to me the whole time that I'm driving. But God, when God talks to us, we've got to be close enough to God to understand what it is that He's saying to us and to believe that it's God talking. That's what Abraham had. Abraham said, that's not me talking to me. That's God talking to me. I believe it's God. Thank you for listening. Please click on part 2 of this message.